You're muted.
Of course I am. That would make sense. I said, welcome to WrestleMania WrestleDraft. I am Ol'Ed Ed Fries, and I'm joined by my WrestleDraft tag team partner and opponent, the one and only champion of Season 1, Chris Perish.
Yeah, and I have a weird feeling about today. I have an honest opinion, Ed. I'm going to try to win Season 2. Of course I'm going to try. But I have a feeling it is your day today.
I'm hoping so. I'm a little closer than you, but not drastically closer. If we go ahead and we check the stats here, we're all kind of intermingled here in this little stretch here. But it's the Season 2 finale. We've got some friends in the chat. We've got our friend Bobby Petito in here. We've got our friend Chris Best in here. Make sure that you catch Chris Best in all the wonderful things he does with our local establishment, whether it be the Raw Watch Along, whether it be Turnbuckle Talk, where he is the co-host of that show. We've got our wonderful friend Bobby Petito in the chat. Thank you for joining us as well. We've got one of my other tag team partners, the wonderful Astrid Pizarro, saying, hello, fellas. Hello. We got Chris Best saying, I'm trying to install Alan Wake on my PS4 and I have to free up space. I've got too many good games to decide on what to delete. Delete 2K20.
Yeah, you always got to get rid of those old versions. That's always the thing.
In true Sheamus fashion, fellas!
But in a Canadian fashion, he says fellers.
Yeah, but it's true Sheamus. And we got Bobby Petito saying, you're welcome. Thank you. We appreciate it. He did that. At the moment, he's got 2K22. Well, right here in 2K23, I am in the wonderful state of Calgary in the province of Canada. No. Province Calgary.
You're in the city of Calgary, the province of Alberta, the country of Canada.
Oh, all these Canadian words.
I'm going to go ahead. You Americans don't even try to learn our country, do you?
No, not really. I promised Julius Creed 2 weeks of rest. Let's see if I can remember that. Triple H wants me to not book my most popular fighter. My most popular fighter would be Finn Balor, so I think I can manage that. Let's see.
Oh, look, a contract negotiation. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have thought? First, let's nail down these logistics because we always got to try to nail these down. All right.
Yeah.
Starting from a good spot.
So I see the Hurricane out there. Did you happen to see the Ricochet thing on Raw where they're going through Gorilla and he sees a Hurricane and he's like, "Step back, Hurricane! There's a Ricochet coming through."
I did not notice that, but that does sound fantastic. All right.
Quite funny.
All right. So specialist, bruiser, fighter. All right. So can't book that. So that's fine.
We just got to make sure we mess with Bischoff as much as possible for the next 3 weeks.
Agreed. I am going to go ahead and get Shanky versus Eddie Guerrero on this show. I think that's
get that to level 3.
Yeah, bump them to level 4. Scott Steiner is my most popular superstar, so let's get him somebody to work with. Is he a babyface? He's a heel. Good. AJ Styles. I can do that in a promo. I do have a bit of a bone to pick with them saying that Scott Steiner is a 5 on the mic.
That's think because they did the math.
I was going to say they did the Steiner math to get him to a 5 on there. Bobby Petito said Sting will have his last match at AEW Revolution in 2024. Okay.
Yeah. We were actually talking about this right before we went on.
We actually were. It was one of the things that we were talking about right before we went on the air.
I'm a big Sting fan. I stole a lot of his moves when I wrestled.
I think Sting was an amazing talent. And I used the past
I
tense.
still vote in WWE with not having him and Taker.
Yeah, that was probably a missed opportunity. They should have done that instead of Triple H, but when Triple H has the opportunity, Triple H does Triple H things.
As Chris Best saying, he's kind of looking forward to Juice Robinson versus MJF next week. I do too. The one thing I actually do like about the MJF being a babyface, especially going up against the Bang Bang Gang, we'll call, is that you are introducing fresh matchups and fresh things. So, like, that's something I think AEW needs to do a little bit more because they really went through a lot of the fantasy matchups really quick.
No, there's no maybe about who should be Sting's last match. There's only one name, and it has to be Darby Allin. It's the entire reason why Sting said he came to AEW was to work with Darby Allin. I think it would be foolish for him not to have that match. Even if it's babyface versus babyface, that match needs to happen.
Yeah, there's something weird that I can somehow see Ric Flair wanting to show up to AEW and have that match.
That's nice. Tell Ric Flair to go away.
I know.
Somebody needs to take Ric Flair's phone away.
People said like they're very concerned if he was to have one more match, like he says he wants to. I'm taking the concern very, very seriously, but I'd still want Ric Flair to have that last match.
He already did.
Strictly, strictly because if he has that match, and what I think the concerns would come from, there is no way I have to hear about the dumb shit he says on anymore.
I mean, so here's the thing. Ric Flair doesn't get to have any, talking about having another last match. He himself, hello, Dar Amazing, thank you for joining us. He himself put on an entire show called Ric Flair's Last Match, which he personally booked himself. So if he's not happy with his last match, the only person he has to blame is Ric Flair.
See, I think he's happy with that match. I just don't think his ego can take the fact that he can't have another one.
Well, then that's his problem to deal with when he's in the grave, because I don't want to see him wrestle again. I didn't want to see him wrestle last time.
Speaking of the show of his last match, Karrion Kross, who is right there for the ticket, actually wrestled on that same show.
He did.
Against Harry Smith, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds right, but I'd have to go back and check.
Bobby Stats, you're up. Oh yeah, and
so
we nicknamed Bobby Bonito Bobby Stats, by the way.
That's fine. I got that. That's good. I'm gonna be okay, and I'm just gonna book this so you can start. How many last matches has Ric Flair had? He had a last match in WWE when Shawn Michaels retired him. He had a last match in WCW on the last Nitro. He had a last match that he did the whole Ric Flair's last match, where people shelled out hundreds of dollars to go see Ric Flair's last match. The whole weekend was programmed around Ric Flair's last match. Like, he doesn't get to do it anymore. Like, he doesn't. This doesn't work. Oh, Ilya Dragunov.
That was easy.
Yeah. As you can see, I have on my brand new Kevin Owens shirt. I don't have an anger problem. I have an idiot problem. Yeah, Chris, he's getting close to Terry Funk territory. And the problem is that Terry Funk territory is a joke, because we all used to joke about the fact that Terry Funk has had 15 last matches and refuses to retire. And I guarantee you, Terry Funk would have had one more match if his body literally didn't give out on him and he passed away on him.
I'm not going to lie. There's part of me that wants to do Six and X-Buck as a tag team.
There you go. And Bobby Stats is coming
so funny.
Bobby Stats is coming through with you. Karrion Kross did wrestle against Davey Boy Smith Jr. at the Ric Flair's Last Match show on July 31st, 2022.
Yeah. That was a show. Hey, look. No contract negotiations.
You know, you win some, you lose some.
I really don't need anything yet.
I'm just trying to pull up that Ric Flair's Last Match show.
Ooh, I need to do that.
All right, so there are two pre-show matches for the Ric Flair's Last Match card, since we're talking so much about it. In a singles match, Yuya Uemura was defeated by Ren Narita. And in a bunkhouse battle royal, Mance Warner won by last eliminating Bully Ray. In a tag team match, the Motor City Machine Guns defeated the one night only resurrected American Wolves of Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Killer Kross with Scarlett Bordeaux did defeat Davey Boy Smith Jr. in a singles match. Ironically, it was one of the shortest matches on the card. In the actual shortest match on the card, which is saying something, Jonathan Gresham defeated Alan Angels, Kanosuke Takeshita, and Nick Wayne to become the number one contender for the Progress World Championship. In a tag team match, the Four Horsemen of Brock Anderson and Brian Pillman Jr., with Arn Anderson in their corner, defeated the Rock and Roll Express of Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton with Robert Gibson in their corner. In a match that went 7 minutes and 40 seconds. In a four-way, I'm assuming Lucha Rules match, Rey Fenix defeated Bandito, Laredo Kid, and Black Taurus in a match that went 11:50 and probably stole the show. In another fantastic match that I would love to hear Bobby's opinion on, because I think Bobby, this is a match we got to have you do on Ring Respect Radio. Josh Alexander defended his Impact World Championship in a match that ended as a no contest against Jacob Fatu in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. The Briscoes of Mark and Jay Briscoe defeated the Von Erichs of Marshall Von Erich and Ross Von Erich. In the only women's match on the show, Astrid will be unhappy about that, an 11-match card and only one women's match, Jordan Grace defended her Impact's World Championship against Diana Perrazzo the Virtuosa and Rachel Ellering. And then in the main event, in a match that somehow, some way, went 27 minutes and was by far the longest match on the card, including a battle royal, Ric Flair and Andrade El Idolo defeated Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. That's a card. That is indeed a wrestling card. Bobby Petito says they should have Karrion Kross wrestling and Halloween Havoc. I wouldn't be opposed to it. They sure as hell don't know what to do with Karrion Kross on the main roster right now, with the whole Bray Wyatt thing apparently falling apart. So, and Scarlett will be there, so there's no saying Karrion Kross can't do it. And in the Chris Van Vliet interview, he said that he would return to NXT if they could come up with a storyline that made sense as a reason for him to come back. So, I mean, Bobby Petito's thing of having Karrion Kross there might not be too far off the mark. Perish is out here in the last finishing stages of booking what's hopefully going to be a fun card that gets him up there. Chris Best says, I still don't get why Rick chose Jeff Jarrett to have that match with not knocking Jarrett in any way. But I think he would have picked someone who has a deeper wrestling history with Ric Flair. I agree. I thought Jeff Jarrett was weird. I mean, I've always thought Jeff Jarrett was weird, so that is what it is. But I think the reason to have Ric Flair's last match, I think was I'm going to wrestle Jay Lethal. And who can I get to team with Jay Lethal to make it make sense? And then Jeff Jarrett happened. Because I think this is the beginning of Jarrett and Lethal working together that led to them working together on AEW and all that kind of fun stuff. So I think that's where we were on that. The Rock versus Giovanni Vinci. Big money there. Ooh, women's tag team title match and tables, ladders, and chairs. Perish gone out for this one. And Chris Best says, okay, that makes more sense given Jay's. Yeah, I think that's part of what it was. I think Rick wanted to work with Jay because he enjoyed working with Jay when they were in Impact. We got a fatal four-way NXT Women's Championship match here between Charlotte, Tiffany Stratton, JC Jane, and Nikita Lyons. Tiffany Stratton retains 3.5 stars, and the rivalry grows between Flair and Jane. Unfortunately, no rivalry between Tiffany Stratton and Nikita Lyons like I was hoping for. Scott Steiner cuts a good promo on AJ Styles, but doesn't start a rivalry. That's unfortunate. Randy Orton versus the Tribal Chief. 2.5 stars, and it starts a rivalry. All right, there we go. We got something going here now. Bayley starts rivalry with the newly acquired Carolina Reaper. Hoping to get that thing going. Yeah, we got Veer Mahan defending his NXT championship against Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo Hayes is the A champion once again in a 2-star match. But that's fine. That's fine. AJ Styles.
You wanted a rivalry, didn't you?
I did, and I didn't get it. So, and we got Eddie Guerrero versus Shanky, which is a 3-week rivalry already. Eddie Guerrero gets the win. 2.5 stars, and this was a lackluster show for me. That's not what I needed.
Well, over here on Raw, in our opener, we got the ladies kicking off in a TLC tag team title match as we have Bianca Belair and Queen Zelina going up against Ivy Nile and Kaden Carter. So let's simulate that.
Queen Zelina and Bianca
and
get the win.
Champs retain in a classic match. And we got, what's everybody saying? L.A. Knight, yeah. Calling out A-Town Down, Austin Theory. Starting a rivalry. We got Cody Rhodes taking on Tommaso Ciampa. see how that goes. Got Tommaso Ciampa picking up the victory. Disappointing, but a rivalry.
Yeah, and right now rivalries are king.
Thank you, Taker. Thank you, Taker. Oh. And then in a tag team match, we got Bruno Sammartino against, well, first in his corner is a rated R superstar, Edge, going up against Gunther and Joe Gacy.
I thought it was Adam Copeland.
No, not WWE, it's Edge.
Oh, okay. Making sure. Bray Wyatt, get you 13,000.
Oh, thank you.
30,000 for -1 popularity. Very nice job.
I nailed it. And then in the main event, we got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson defending his WWE World Heavyweight title against Giovanni Vinci in a last man standing match.
Rock picks up the big one. 5 stars. Oh my. Well, you were saying that you felt like I was going to have the momentum. I don't know.
I did play a card, though. I did play a card.
Eric Bischoff had a 4, 3.5, 4, and a 4. So I'm going to be on the.
But that is a perfect curve.
It is. All right. I'm going to be on the low end this week.
I needed that. I did need that.
Mr. McMahon is out 4 weeks, though. So that is a help for us.
WrestleMania, he's got no chance. That's what he has.
All right. Picked up $200,000. Got 35,000 fans. I don't feel like that's going to be good enough. 40,000 for Perish. 185,000 in cash.
I'll take
48,000 for Bischoff. Almost 200,000. He is now over the $2 million mark. Chris Best jumping in and saying, did McMahon tear both his quads again? He might have. He very well might have. Perish, you got a free crew booking. I got a free advertising booking.
You got.
All right, so Bischoff is about 33,000 ahead of me. And I'm about 16,000.
He's about 60. Yeah.
What's that?
He said he's about 60 ahead of me.
Ahead of you, yeah, but only about 30 ahead of me.
Yeah. No.
All right, well,
50,
still in
actually.
reach.
50.
But still well in reach. 2 weeks to go before Mania. And Perish, Joe Gacy's coming to you and wants the money.
This is why, Trips, I needed that freaking contract negotiation.
Oh, he'll take it.
Yeah, it's for like 2 weeks, so whatever.
Yep.
Rhea, sounds like you're at one of those naughty places right now.
She was talking to Cinnamon.
She's been talking with Cinnamon a lot. Interesting.
We do love when Rhea talks to Cinnamon. Have your most popular male and of face and heel fight each other.
Ooh, I got 3 weeks to do this, so I don't even have to do it before Mania. Terrific.
However, if you keep Rhea Ripley on your roster as a keeper or redraft her, you will still have to accomplish that in the first week of next season, or you'll make her mad.
But if I don't have Cinnamon, I can't do it.
But she'll still want the match because you promised it to her.
Yeah.
So you either have to either not keep her or do it, or risk the penalty of her wrath should you not do what Miss Rhea Ripley wants. And I mean, how could you dare not do what mommy wants?
Are you kidding me?
Well, there's your contract negotiating card.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, you asked him for it, and he gave it to you.
Yeah, I asked him before last week. I've been asking for it since like week 2. Doesn't mean nothing. Triple H, man, come on. Okay, what am I going to do?
What are you going to do? That's the question, good sir. Chris Best, I know that you are a fan of this game as well. Have you had any luck in your GM mode lately? I know you said you were playing it last week while we were playing ours. The Viking Raiders taking on.
Is this on cooldown?
Yep.
Figured.
You could do Dawkins and Ford.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that, but I almost don't want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You might want to change Montez's tag partner.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Chris Best says, yes, he's getting stomped by Stephanie in his. Well, there are worse places to be than underneath Stephanie's heel.
It's there.
Yeah, behind Rikishi's ass.
Well, I mean, yeah, he is a bad man.
Being anywhere near Tony Khan because he'll say that he's fearful for his life.
Well, you know.
My friend Ali Rose says, hey now. I know why I'm being admonished for that one. So, yeah, it is what it is. We have Bobby Petito jumping in saying, I was thinking that Luca Carusafino could be Lexus King's first opponent on NXT television. That's a good shout. We were talking about this last night on Taking Over about who might be Lexus King's opponent next week. I still go with the king of the NXT Jobber crew, which is Dante Chen. I think he's a very, very likely option for that. You could also see a big body Javi match next week. I was thinking about that one after I got off the air with Astrid. Big body Javi would make a lot of sense, but big body Javi's a heel. And I'm assuming we're going to be seeing a babyface because it doesn't sound like they're going to want us to cheer for Lexus King. I mean, maybe you disagree with me, Perish, on that one. But based on the promos, it sounds like King is going to be.
I'm actually gonna say this because I did not watch NXT the last or yesterday.
No.
I have a son. He got circumcised yesterday, so I had to make sure that he was okay. So that was where my focus was. My Oilers finally won, but. Yeah, so that's kind of where I was at, but yeah, I didn't see it. So I have no idea who this Luca Cristofino is. Can you maybe shed some more light on that for me?
When Von Wagner was going through his period of adjustment between being the monster and being the babyface that he was, there was a guy backstage who was making fun of him, and he's a lawyer. He has the who was it? Remember in the Attitude Era, Clarence Mason. He has that kind of a
I have his action figure.
Yes, I know you have the Clarence Mason action figure.
I actually have a Clarence Mason action figure.
Luca is essentially the wrestling version of Clarence Mason. If Clarence Mason was an Italian white guy.
Who was the oh man, I totally forget his name. But it's back when Adam Cole was actually still in NXT. He was North American champion for like I don't know, a week or two.
Leon Ruff?
Yeah. That's what like Clarence Mason the wrestler reminds me of.
Well, no, I agree, but I'm saying that like the character wise, Luca Carusafino is essentially. Oh crap!
And
I did not want to do that.
Yeah,
I actually gave Trixie Gambit $100,000. Whoops!
Ouch! I did that this year too. It's okay. But Bobby, I have to admit I don't really watch Level Up.
Neither do I.
I just read about it, so like I still don't know like I still don't know the face.
I talk about NXT on a weekly basis on the internet and still don't even bother reading what happens on Level Up, let alone knowing what happens. Yeah. So, all right, we are gonna have.
Also, I just want to shout out Bear Monkey. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Bear Monkey. Did I miss a comment from him?
No, I just didn't say hi, and I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think you might have been booking.
Bear Monkey stuff. I was.
Yeah, I think you might have been booking during the.
And this Alex Rose 13. You say you know?
Allie Rose, yes, she's a friend of mine. She is a delightful young lady whom I adore greatly. I
don't know you very much, so can you drop off a little bit more about yourself and how you? Is it just Ed that you kind of got through us a little bit? But let me know. I like to get to know the people that take the time to support us.
Absolutely. Roman Reigns. Really? You guys want a backstage brawl? Okay, fine.
I mean, I did one.
Backstage brawl. I need to have a Falls Count Anywhere match. Falls Count Anywhere. Oh, that's why I couldn't get Carmelo into a feud with Veer Mahan. Veer Mahan's already in a feud with Kevin Owens. Whoops. Whoopsies.
I mean, nowadays on TV, people have multiple feuds. Come on, WWE. We need this in WWE 2K24.
I am talking to our good friend Ellie Rose on another method while I do this booking, and no, I will not say that. I will not say random stuff. It's fine. All right, Scott Steiner, you need somebody to work with. Can I get you working with AJ Styles?
You can put it in the private chat.
No, it's fine. Oh no, definitely not done booking. Charity promo. AJ, go get me more go get me another charity promo. You know what? No. You're going to do a call out of Scott Steiner too. Hopefully that makes sure that it works. And
so we got a flat earther going up against the math guy.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Red Flame will go ahead and try to get me some charity. So I'm going big on this week's show because it's a big show. I'll pick that up.
Well, and we're getting near to the end here.
We are. We are getting near the end of season 2. And I'm going to health spa.
Also, I forgot, but I'm totally doing it next week. But I'm going to do something to Bischoff, and I do think...
Yep, I'm going to hit him next week as well.
Yeah.
All right. That will take care of those two. 1, 2. All right, so I have 2 types of matches that I can do for the last show. All right.
Bobby Stats is coming in saying RVD is tag teaming with Hook on next week's episode of Dynamite.
Very nice. Everybody likes a little RVD.
Man, I remember when Hook came up and it was one of the hottest things. He has really dropped off.
It's the AEWA. They come in red hot, they make them red hot, and then all of a sudden they're just gone forever. Dynamite from Philly. Of course it's going to happen.
And hey, Mike, how are you doing?
Thank you for jumping in, Mike. Tell us your thoughts about Dynamite, Mr. Mike the Ref, who, if you guys don't know, does a fantastic AEW watch-along every Wednesday night.
Yeah, also play some games every now and then, so go check him out over on the Twitch side at Mike the Ref. I know him very well. He's a great human being, a great person, and does very good content, so go check him out when you can.
I was going to say the same thing. He is a great streamer, but he's an even better person. He has been a great friend of mine, answering hundreds of questions that I've had about content creation that I've asked him over the years. So it's been very nice to meet Mike the Ref. Okay, show. The most notable thing was the Sting announcement. He says that we're both lying because we're saying good things about him.
I mean, he's a Bills fan.
Well,
take that for what it's worth.
So is Ella J, and she's still a great person too. It's fine.
Yeah, but she lives there. That's different.
Yes, but I'm a Patriots fan, and the Bills.
Yeah, we shut you out.
Yeah, you did.
In the largest shutout in Patriots home history, by the way.
Perish, I don't know if you've noticed, but that's not an accomplishment this year.
It is when Derek Carr's your quarterback.
Everybody's been beating us this year.
Our play calling is like the epitome of what gets flushed down a toilet.
So I had a good show. It seems like I had about 2 or 3 4-star matches and a 3.5 in there. So
over at Raw, where Edge's popularity right now is pretty nice. He has gone up against Joe Gacy for the U.S. title. So let's simulate that up and see what happens. And Edge, in an amazing match, wins back that United States Championship. And I fulfilled my promise to him, by the way.
There you go.
And then Taker getting me 12,000 fans. Thank you, Taker.
Big number.
It's why I signed him. I did not sign him to do anything else. In my mid-card match, I got the Viking Raiders going up against the Street Up Profits for the tag team title.
Mike the Ref dropping in 2 great pieces. Ella J is an amazing person. She is indeed. She is fantastic. We adore Ella J. And he says, losing to the Saints is like AEW beating an NXT in a week lately. It never happens. I mean, I don't know. NXT's
again, I should say he's a Bills fan.
Yeah.
What have they won lately?
No, he's saying good things.
Oh. Wait. No.
Losing to the Saints. Oh, no, he's not. He's saying
no, he's not. No. I know, Mike.
I misinterpreted.
We trash each other's sports teams pretty well. We only cheer for each other's team if it benefits our own teams. This is how it works. I actually don't hate the Bills, though. We got Tommaso Ciampa going up against Cody Rhodes for the second week in a row because I really want this rivalry to go. So going to simulate this, and we have Cody Rhodes getting in a mediocre match, rolling that rivalry to 2.
It's better. It was disappointing last week. This week it's mediocre.
Well, it's good because I got 1.5 star out of the tag match earlier because it's both aces, so it's perfect. We got Lita calling out Dewdrop, but just like in real life, it was an okay promo. Thank you, Amy. Preach. In the main event, we got Seth freaking Rollins against Ilya Dragunov in a backstage brawl. And we got Ilya Dragunov coming out the victor in a 3.5-star match, getting that rivalry to a level 4. Perfect.
We will have to check.
So that's another perfect curve, by the way.
Thank you. I was going to say, Mike the Ref has posted a link to a clip in the Twitch chat, so I'm going to have to go and watch that after the show. But thank you, Mike. We greatly appreciate any and all clips from people, and we will see whether or not we need to keep it or get rid of it. So it looks like we both had a decent show. We flip-flopped. Last week I had that mediocre middle to my show where it didn't go anywhere. This week you have that mediocre middle, and I have the little bit of a more consistent show.
But it's another perfect curve.
Yep. My main event did do what I needed to do, though. It got both rivalries going. So finally Stratton versus Lyons is going, and Bailey versus Reaper went up to level 3. So I had some good stuff for my Mania show. NXT puts out a 48,000 fan change and got me $48,000. I'll take it.
Wow.
Not the greatest, but I'll take it.
Your number.
Well, I had a very heavy, remember, all my matches were specialty matches this week. So
that's true. You did go hard.
I did go hard all day, all night.
Oh, God. I mean, I didn't do much of the specialty, so.
I was going to say $37,000 for you, but only $76,000. So
yeah. I made sure I got my rivalries going.
Yeah. And we got Eric Bischoff here, 45,000. So I gained a couple thousand on Bischoff in there, and then $225,000 somehow because, somehow.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he makes so much money. I got me a special promotion.
That's big.
Yeah. So Eric Bischoff's in the lead, 42-47.
You actually can do that for the next 2 shows now.
I could.
Which actually might I think you should, given how close you are.
Yeah.
This is me not saying waste them. I'm saying go get them, because if it ain't me, I want it to be you.
Trixie Gambit, after I gave her $100,000, it's not enough. Her contract's up at the end of the week. I'm kind of going to have to sign her, I think, don't I?
What is...
Sure. $3,900.
You you didn't have to do that.
I know, but it's fine. I'm not using a card on it, and Beth, we don't care about you. Okay, you go bye-bye. That's fine.
No, that's fair.
Billy Slugger says that I should put her in a match with Gambit. Trust her on this. Sorry. WrestleMania build. I don't have time for something like that.
It's a popularity of 9. That's
she's an our local enhancement talent.
That's a quality shrine. I respect the effort.
Yep. Oh, you gotta love the grind. You gotta respect the grind.
Bobby Stats coming in saying, I'm looking forward to watching NXT Halloween Havoc. I am too.
NXT Halloween Havoc Week 1, or as I've dubbed it, Ladies Night, with 5 of the 7 matches that are announced are all women's matches on that show.
Which I still believe when you do WrestleMania, I want to see you night 1 and night 2 do a full night of women's matches.
Yeah, I can see that.
I am challenging WWE to take their thing to the next level and give us, for the first time ever, a full night of WrestleMania with just the women.
All right. I mean, I can't really hit Bischoff hard because I don't have the cards for it, so I'm just going to hit him with a double cost, which isn't going to do much for him considering the money he's got. But
no, but if we dwindle that money down by Mania, like it's going to be.
Well, this one won't take place until Mania. Ali Rose coming in saying yes, just the women. I think that'd be great. I think it'd be fantastic to have a Mania with all women on one night and all men.
If anybody has the platform, it's WWE.
Oh, absolutely, 1000%.
And that would be the best time too. After that, to also then announce Evolution 2, and then you just keep coming back. Like, come on, like that would be terrific.
Now we're going to play the call-out game here with Tiffany Stratton calling out Nikita Lyons, and Nikita Lyons calling out Tiffany Stratton.
Bobby Stats coming in saying, I could see Jade Cargill show up at Halloween Havoc night on after the Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria match for the NXT Women's Championship.
Well, she did show up behind Lyra Valkyria on the TV screen to close out the show last night, tapping her wrist in response to Becky having told her beforehand on Raw that to wait her turn and take her time.
With the teases that Jade has been doing, it's been with Becky, it's been with Charlotte already.
Yeah.
I still think the one that we need to see, her and Rhea. It has to happen at some point.
And look at this. We've got a match that we haven't seen in weeks because this person's been on the show. But we're going to book me a tag team title match.
Player.
Yeah. We got... By the way, this is also Steel Cage Mania because of the fact that I need some of these rivalries to pop a little bit. I'm doing some Steel Cage matches. Actually, no. I'm not going to do a Steel Cage match for that one. Main event. I need this. Looks like a good one to main event.
It'd be ironic if you're in Pittsburgh.
Cincinnati.
No, I know, but like it's a Steel City. You do nothing but Steel Cage, and that would be quite ironic.
I'd love that. That'd be fun.
I mean, did Impact ever do? Because I know they did that they did it in. I know, but didn't they ever do it in Pittsburgh?
No, Lethal Lockdown never happened in Pittsburgh.
That I think is a missed opportunity.
It happened in Lowell once. I wanted to go to that, but didn't get a chance. Did not have the funds to make that happen. All right. We're going to try it. Special promotion.
I'm proud of you for doing that.
It's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking.
You just have to. You have to go for the dub.
Yeah.
You just have to.
I think this is good. Nothing I can do there. Do not put Scott Steiner in a match. Injury rehab, that's fine. Scott Steiner's not in a match. Nobody's expecting anything of me. Yeah, we're good.
At some point, we need to see Jade Cargill confront Bayley. Yeah, but I'm gonna say, like, I think the two names that I like you have to do right away. That's not Charlotte and Becky. I do think it's Rhea and then Bianca, and then I would go Bayley. I would love to see Jade against Bayley at some point in the Rumble. That would be interesting.
I think Jade enters the Rumble number 1 and wins. To be perfect.
If we have Jade and Bayley start the Rumble, well, I mean, if that's her first match, 100%.
I mean, I don't want to see her wrestle in NXT, so I'm hoping her first match is the Rumble.
It depends if Tony Khan tries anything about
He can't. Her contract ran out. Nothing he can do.
No. If Tony Khan tries to play another card of trying to do another show on the same day of NXT, I could see that happening.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for not seeing Jade Cargill at all, but they spent a lot of money on her, and they should probably put her in the ring.
Please work for someone.
By Mike the Ref does say, I want to see Jade come out to the stage and then just walk to the back. This Jade presentation feels like the debuts of Dolph Ziggler and Emelina right now. Yeah, I get the comparisons to Emelina, the fact, and Dolph Ziggler, the fact that she's just there and always showing up. But I think the difference is they're treating her and the way they talk about her as one of the biggest deals that they've made in a long time. They've never put as much behind somebody as they've put behind Jade Cargill. Having her appear on all the brands, getting her out there to this audience. Because while the IWC and those of us that talk about this know who, I do remember the Emelina hype.
I would say nobody since Cody. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, but they didn't.
They rode that.
They weren't able to trot Cody out there ahead of time, whereas they are with Jade.
No, but the Cody, we're talking Mania though. If this was closer to Mania, I would throw it right in the exact same category.
I remember the Emelina hype, but I think everybody knew that the Emelina hype wasn't going to be that she was going to be the biggest star in the business. Like, they're treating Jade Cargill like they think that she has the star power to be one of the four horsewomen. They're not in talent in the ring, but that they think she has the star power to be at the same level as the four horsewomen, at the same level as, well, a terrible person, Ronda Rousey. That level of, importance when she walks into a room and when she walks into the ring. And I love the idea of putting her on all the shows just to walk around the back area and get this, because the one thing we can always say about WWE is that they don't always take what people do elsewhere and make it feel important. And they're trying to make sure that this audience knows who she is as best they can, which I think is a step up for them. It's the difference between Vince booking and Triple H booking. Triple H is making sure we know who she is before she ever gets in that ring. So the moment she comes out in front of that crowd to have that match, when that music hits, that people pop. Bobby says, what if Jade Cargill's first match is on Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble? If she's challenging for the NXT Women's Championship, I could see that match happening at Survivor Series. I do think there's a chance that she challenges Becky at Survivor Series to put that title on a big stage right off the gate. I would debut her in the Rumble. I think that's the best place to do it, and it gives her that much more time to be in-ring ready for the biggest stage that WWE is going to put her on. Mike the Ref says, the more they do this, the hype train will be helped by the IWC. I agree. Putting her on there is getting her name out there, and it's pushing the IWC to keep talking about her. And it's not a bad thing. Oh, the less it will be hyped, the less the hype train will be held by the IWC. Maybe. I don't think there's much more of this. I don't think this is going to be, if she's debuting at the Rumble, we're not going to see this week in and week out from here to January. Mike says, sorry, I missed the important part. No, I wanted to make sure when I saw your second message, I reread it to make sure that both the messages weren't the same and that I didn't miss something. But no, yes. I think there's a chance that, like I said, I don't think that they're going to keep doing this week in, week out unless she's going to be debuting soon. Like I said, the way that they've been booking her and the way they've positioned her, I think a debut at NXT this week where she comes out in front of that crowd for the first time and her music hits and she stares down Becky Lynch is almost a foregone conclusion. Perish is playing a couple cards to hopefully hinder WCW.
Ooh, I like that.
There you go.
I hit that. Okay, I like that.
You got a couple big things that you can do for shows going into the future.
Oh, especially for Mania.
So, okay, before we get into this, because Mike says something interesting here. And then the match happens, and the push ends faster than Mr. Burns spitting out the three-eyed fish out of his mouth. I don't think the push ends.
Can you quickly just fill me in? Because I was definitely just worrying about my show, and I was not paying all the attention to what you guys were doing before.
Yeah, so we're talking about the push from Jade Cargill and whether or not it's too much and whether or not the continued appearances are helping her or hurting her in the eyes of the IWC and in front of the general fans who watch the product.
Okay. Well, can I ask one question to Mike then?
Yeah, absolutely. You can talk to Mike.
Mike, do you, at this point of the junction with all the teases, do you not want to see Jade Cargill wrestle? Like, have WWE not made that thing? And I'm not going to, I'm just asking a general yes or no thing, because I think WWE is making you want to see Jade Cargill more than AEW ever had.
Well, I think the point that okay, so Mike says, I want to see her wrestle or get off my screen and get ready. And I agree with that. That's a perfectly fine statement. I love that answer. Because he's like, I want to see her wrestle. But if she's not going to wrestle anytime in the near future, get her off my screen, get her into the PC, get her ready, then let her come back. Chris Best, I kind of thought that, what if Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce start coming out weekly to try to entice Jade to come to their respective shows, similar to when Bischoff and Stephanie tried to get Scott Steiner. I was going to say Brock Lesnar. I remember them.
I was thinking Lesnar too. I was totally thinking Lesnar as well.
In my head, I auto-completed that because I know he sent a next message to get, and I, in my own head, I auto-completed with Brock Lesnar.
It's because at that point, Lesnar was the only world champion, and that's when when he signed to SmackDown, that's when Eric Bischoff brought back the world heavyweight title and handed it to Triple H, which I still think absolutely terrible of what I wanted as a fan, but absolutely amazing to get Triple H heat to the point where I use that same angle at once at a.
I had a good show here. I got a 4-star match in my opener. Got a 3.5 star match from the boys in the tag match.
You're only spending over $100,000 on your matches, so.
Yeah, well, you got to get out there and spend some money sometimes. But 4.5 stars here from Bailey and Carolina Reaper. So, I mean, not Carolina Reaper. Yeah, Carolina Reaper.
So I found a way to use Taker.
There you go.
The tag team I think we always wanted. Bray versus and Taker versus
heel.
I know I did.
Okay.
But hey man, if I can see Bray and Taker tag just once, who doesn't want to see that?
That would have been great. Yeah, I agree.
So we're gonna simulate that.
Ooh, 2 stars.
That's okay. That is okay. We got Bruno cutting a promo because I was told to. Got me too. I mean, it's Bruno. I expect him to talk about things that nowadays we'd find very boring, but we got Lita and Doudrop because since Lita can't cut a promo, I figured maybe this will help.
And it does.
It does. Thank you, baby. Thank God you're good at wrestling. We got The Rock calling out, getting that rivalry up. That's what I wanted. We got a mid-card between Becky and Rhea for the title. I know I was on a cooldown, but I just don't have many babyface girls not in a program that are available, and I need a Rhea on the show. So
there you go. Becky gets the win and new champion. 2 stars.
Yeah, in a mediocre match because people are bored of it. I get it. But that helps with the curve. That's at a level 4 now. I'm happy with that.
There you go.
LA Knight and Austin Theory in a backstage brawl because, well, I do need fans. So I'm going to do that.
LA Knight. 3 stars.
Yeah. There we go. Level 2 rivalry. That's good. That is good. I have an idea of what I'm doing.
To finish off some of the conversation in the chat, we got Mike the Ref saying Steiner had an established rep. Lesnar had an established rep. Can we say that while the undefeated streak was impressive, AEW did not show her to be at the level of those two? I agree. Like, I'm not necessarily using her as that example. I like the idea of doing that, but no, she's not nearly at that the level. Yeah.
That worked in so many ways. I just wanted to. But the one thing I want to say this too, yeah, Steiner and Lesnar had more established, nice choice of words, by the way, Mike, reps. And I do admit that. But I do think nowadays we have the internet being so much. And I think with Twitter and social media, you can have just an established rep, to be quite honest. Back then, Steiner and Lesnar didn't need social media to help them as much, whereas I do think social media is going to help Jade Cargill to be maybe a little bit more important than maybe she did on her own accord. But I also think too, I think less is more with introduction. And I do think right now they're doing the right thing with Jade. You don't know where she's going to end up. You don't know who she's going to feud with. But all you want to see is what she decides on. And I think that's very key.
But I agree with Mike's point, though. The overall point is that she needs to shit or get off the pot, so to speak. You can only do this back and forth. Where is she going to end up for so long before everybody stops giving a shit?
Of course.
She just wants her to end up somewhere. And
of course, but the one thing that is working to her advantage right now is I think there are more capable women inside the squared circle in WWE than AEW, and I think she's going to be just fine because, like Bobby Satt said, you have a Bayley or you have a Natalya, you have Rhea Ripley, you have Becky Lynch, you have a plethora of well-rounded in-ring performers to help Jade Cargill become 10 times better in-ring on a perception base than what she was in AEW.
And you and Mike are echoing the same sentiments by saying her IWC rep, great look, great booking, poor to average matches. I think poor to average matches will change when she's in WWE, and I do think that the one thing I think that we never got to see with Jade was how she could do at the top of the card with the top echelon of talent. We didn't see her with Toni Storm. We didn't see her with Jamie Hayter. We didn't see her with Saraya. We didn't see her with Britt Baker. We saw her with some of the other women who aren't necessarily at the top of any card in any division.
We didn't see her with the ones you mentioned, but I still put the ones in WWE ahead of the ones you just mentioned.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, comparing what they did with her in AEW versus the top of the tier talent in WWE. Yeah. I agree. It's apples and oranges. That they're not exactly the same. And
the one thing I would have loved to see AEW do is have a prolonged feud with Jade Cargill and Athena. I thought that would have been so good.
Yeah, Athena wanted it.
I know. Well, I mean, as a woman in that promotion, who wouldn't? That's your one of your biggest draws. She's a champion. She gets views. Why not be a part of that as well?
Yep. We're going to put that conversation on the back burner for just a few moments as we go ahead and recap this week. With
you mean brag with how you freaking killed it?
I was going to say, I got 76,000 fans and I got $115,000. So I'm in good shape for WrestleMania. I think I'm in good shape.
I'm going to say you're going to be under 10,000 fans. Pretty much what I have.
I was going to say 11,000 for Perish this week.
I also spend like nothing on the show.
Well, you didn't get much for it. So did you forget to do your logistics? I think you might have forgot to do your logistics.
Oh, I totally did.
I'm looking at it. I'm going show quality D, match card quality C. That makes sense. And I'm like, 10,000 for the arena, 20,000 overall. I'm like, you didn't do any logistics, did you?
Oh.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, I didn't spend a lot of money though.
You didn't make a lot of money either, which is
but I did make some.
Eric Bischoff got 43,000. It's going to be neck and neck between me and Bischoff.
You made over 30 or just around 30 on him.
Yeah. Limited stock is given to you, Mr. Perish.
For what?
Get my injury. Completing a commissioner goal.
I didn't even try to. I didn't even read it. That's hilarious.
I'm back in the lead going into WrestleMania. 13,000 ahead of Mr. Bischoff and just under 90,000 ahead of Perish.
Yeah. See? It works.
It did. Oh, I didn't say that card wasn't going to work. I just didn't know if I wanted to blow both of them in 1 week. Ooh, Eric Bischoff hit you and no Angelo Dawkins this week.
Oh, no. The guy I'm not using. Oh,
Eric,
no.
how are you going to live without Angelo Dawkins at WrestleMania?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Astrid popping in and saying, I was hoping that she would have gone up against those ladies. I do too. I really think Tony Khan had a plan for that. And then Jade decided that she was leaving and Tony got caught out. I really don't think he ever thought that she was going to leave him for WWE.
Yeah, you're in a tag match of Mania. Just deal with it.
Well, she wants it to be the main event. It is a 4-star feud.
All right. I got nothing to lose.
If you got a card, you can put a stip on it with the card and guarantee 5 stars on it, and then it'll be just fine.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. No, I guess it's me. Okay, book show. Logistics.
Those are good to do.
Yeah, especially for this week.
Yeah, I don't want to. I would love to see somebody what happens if they run WrestleMania in the high school gym. And I do want to thank Mr. Perish for my lovely shirt. I greatly appreciate it, my friend.
Don't worry about it. You have yourself to thank.
Bobby Petito saying, oh, no, about something. That must have been about you not booking your logistics last week.
Yeah. But Bobby, it's because
either that or he's really excited about Cassius. Oh, no. Also, for those that haven't had the opportunity yet, friend of the channel, Jim, the person behind Jobbed Out on YouTube, had a wonderful interview go live today. Him talking to JTG. So, for any of our fans who want to hear JTG talk, definitely worth a listen. I listened to the first about 5-10 minutes of it. Really like it. I've always thought JTG had it. I was always hoping he'd come back to the WWE. But I understand the reasons why, and I understand what happened and all that kind of stuff. And but hopefully now that they've got some people who can see the better side of the barn, hopefully Mr. JTG might come back to WWE at one point, because I think Jay the God, as JTG stands for now, could really do some great things in that product right now.
There. I'm doing it.
Astrid, are you excited? Zelina Vega in the main event of WrestleMania. What do you think about that, Miss Astrid? Tell us in the chat.
Hey, she was happy last year with my main event with Damian Priest winning the World Heavyweight title.
I know.
Against Cody Rhodes. So that just means back-to-back years.
No,
Astrid,
we do not need an Ed Rant shirt. We do not need an Ed Rant shirt. That is not something we need. We do not need that to be the first piece of merch from our local establishment. As sold by our local establishment. We do have some things on Turnbuckle Studios in Carl's Redbubble store that you can go ahead and pick up. Mike says Ed Rent I'd buy. So I don't know if Mike wants to pay my rent. I'll send you the bill later on if you want. But apparently, maybe it is a picture of me, like a comical, like how Mike has on his Twitter avatar here. Maybe an anime version of Ed with a angry rant going on a T-shirt. Maybe that's something we have to look into for the future. I'll take it under consideration. Or I'll take it under advisement, I think was the words used in WWE's past on things like that. Just make one that looks like Ed the Sock. It'll sell millions. There we go. Hey, it's a potential. If I think people will buy it, I'll look into the idea of getting some kind of small merch store going and trying to do something with something like that. If I thought people were legitimately going to buy it, I would definitely look into it. Oh, Mike, how have your streams been going? I know you had to take the weekend off, but how have your streams been going for the last few weeks? Let us know. And Mike, what time does your AEW sidecast hit the YouTube channel? So we can go ahead and make sure we promote that for when we get off the air over here. Ooh, Perish has got a nice looking WrestleMania card there. Now remember, there's not a ton to do with money after WrestleMania because the things reset. So if you're going to do promos...
Oh, I know.
Okay. Well, I see you got advertising promos. I want to make sure that you know... Oh, because you can't afford anything else. I got you.
Yeah. See, dude.
I just wanted to make sure. I let you know. Mike Dara says it's rendering now. Was uploading during Parish's rebuttal to my J thought. All right, good to know. Make sure that you let us know that it's going to be on Backbreaker Wrestling, I believe, for Mike the Ref, which you can go ahead and find when you search Backbreaker Media. And you'll be able to find all of the wonderful channels that Mike the Ref does, whether it be Backbreaker Gaming, whether it be Backbreaker Media, all kinds of good stuff. Uh-oh. Well, I'm glad the streams are going okay. I wish you could get the numbers up, but unfortunately you're all right. Backbreaker Video. So youtube.com/Backbreaker Video. Perish, give me 1 second. I know you're going to lose connectivity for just give me 1 second. I'm going to pop that up on stream for everybody. On. See? All right, you can go again now, Perish. I just want to put our wonderful friend's YouTube channel up there so that anybody who's just watching the video can go ahead and copy it down and make sure they get it. All right, you're 10,000 short. Do you got any cards you can play to recoup that 10 grand?
I have an idea, though. I have an idea.
Who can you get rid of that you're not going to keep that's going to get you 10 grand? 2.6.
I mean, to be fair, I can get rid of anybody.
Yeah, but you need 10,000.
Like everyone I'm.
You can only
I know, but I can get rid of it.
One. Oh. You can get rid of one. You can only release one talent per week.
I did not know that. That's good to know. That is good to know.
I wanted to make sure I told you that before you did anything.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that. Ooh.
Mike says, did I intercept Parish's work like the Bills do to Derek Carr?
No.
I'll leave Perish to answer that one.
What have the Bills done?
Mike, this game, Vince releases 15 people at a time. I agree. The game is much more kind to our talent where we can only release one star at a time.
I know. It's like Vince mode. I should just be able to go to Vince mode and do it. I mean, that's fine.
All right. So now you're about 6,000 short.
I'm 6, yeah. Now.
Can you change a match type?
I can. I'm just trying. I want to see something. Oh. Yeah, okay. You had to try, right? You just had to try.
Vince mode should be a GM power card.
I mean, I agree. Damn it. If only I had free arena.
Well, no, just go into your show and knock something down one.
I know, but if I had free arena, do you not think I could have done?
I know. I understand if you had free arena.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Like the Iron Sheik, Bubba, you don't have it.
Just was.
Mike the Ref says use it with Heyman's GM character next year. That would work. All checks bounce for 1 week. Bob Machito says that he can see the women's NXT breakout finals being Ariana Grace versus Lola Vice. I do agree. That is my expected one. I think it's going to be Kalani Jordan, but if it were me, I would make it Ariana Grace. But that is just me.
What would advertising cost?
Well, now you're back underneath.
How does advertising cost so much for Taker?
It doesn't. You put charity because you have a card that triples the.
No.
No, look at your
No. Hey, I'm trying to keep talking so people forget the dumb thing I said. Can you just go with it? It's what I do.
He hit me with double cost. That bastard. This could be a challenge for me. All right. Match is going to cost. Oh, no. Mase, you got to. Come on, buddy.
You're not going to use them.
No, but. Oh, he left. Okay. And Mansoor can't stand teaming with Mace. That huge tag team feud that was going to blow off this week that I can't now blow off.
You might as well keep his morale.
No, I'll take the small decrease.
Why?
Oh, shit. All right. Let's look all this.
I'm so confused by that move. Oh.
All right. I don't want to get that just yet. Free special effects. Free advertising. Okay. All right. Now let's just pop our feuds in here. See what we got. All right, we've got multiple feuds that I can do. So that means we can do some fatal four-ways.
This is going to be rough for you.
No, the fact that I can put some of these in fatal four-ways are going to make things actually a little bit easier for me, believe it or not. Who's my NXT champion? Carmelo?
Yeah. You have to say that question at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
How did you get to first place again?
I played cards.
Oh, that's too funny. Well, so what are we hoping for the next little bit in wrestling, people? What are we hoping we get to see? Because it's been a pretty interesting week, even though it wasn't like the big week that was last week. I mean, we saw Nick Aldis finally in WWE. We've seen Sting announce he's going to retire next year. I mean, that's crazy. The Judgment Day reclaimed their tag team titles because Jimmy Uso was a dick of a brother.
I mean, he's been a dick of a brother for a while, though.
I mean, see, like, that one just really makes no sense because he's the one that super kicked Roman first, saying to Jay, like, I'm just doing what you should have done a long time ago. And then now he's like, you know, like milking the teat of Roman. Like, it's just weird. So you want CM Punk where?
No.
I'm not going to lie. I don't want to see him in the Rumble. It would be kind of funny to see people just lose their minds.
I would be one of those people losing their mind.
What if CM Punk is the WrestleMania opponent for either Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns? Whew.
I think WWE will have fucked something up.
I mean, Randy Orton. I mean, not a lot of people are talking about Randy Orton. I'd like to see him come back. And we should be getting Kairi Sane soon, right?
Yep, she finished out with her Stardom dates. So she is technically available at any point in the near future. I'm assuming after Io Sky finishes up with what they're doing, I think that we will see Kairi Sane.
Logan Paul would be funny, but I would like to see Grayson Waller do it. He seems like he'd be the guy willing to go there. Yes, Grayson. Sorry. I love it.
Advertising. Power card.
Okay, who do people want to see guest or be the guest host of WrestleMania this year? And I'm gonna just put it to in-house people because I think Grayson Waller could be a good host.
Maybe. I think somebody who's technically kind of in-house that I think would be an interesting choice for something like that would be Bad Bunny. Because he's technically in-house. Like he's around.
Not a lot of people understand him though when he speaks English.
Well, then let him do it in Spanish.
In Philadelphia, though?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I mean, the Rock would be epic if he doesn't wrestle.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. WrestleMania. We're here. Women have a fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. Inside Hell in the Cell.
Are we watching any of these matches?
We can watch one. Go ahead and pick something that I didn't already simulate.
Before we go. I mean,
it's 11:46. It's up to you.
Let's do the TLC. Yeah.
All right. We'll do the TLC.
Yeah. I don't care. I have a kid. I'm going to be up all night anyway.
Yes, I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
We have here at my house tomorrow, we have a planned power outage as they're doing work on the utility lines. So the power goes out at 8 a.m., which means I need to be out of the house no later than 9 because I have to take the day off of work, which means I have to push. I mean, a Spanish host in Philadelphia works. I understand we want to make fun of it, but it would work.
Yeah, Bobby Seth.
Kevin Owens versus Veer Mahan versus Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. 4.5 stars. We'll get to Bobby's question in just a minute.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons versus Tiffany Stratton in a Falls Count Anywhere match. 4.5 stars. Ooh, Tiffany's out for 3 weeks. That's not good.
Going out a winner, though.
Yeah. And here we go. We're going to spectate my main event, AJ Styles versus Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
Which NXT wrestlers would you guys like to see in the Royal Rumble? I would like to see, if she's available, Sol Ruca. I think that would be fantastic. I think she would do great there. I would also like to see Roxanne Perez back in the Rumble again. I think Blair Davenport would be a fun choice for the Royal Rumble for the women. And obviously, I think on her way up to the main roster, because I think at that point, it's going to be hard to keep her from going up, I think we're going to get Tiffany Stratton. I don't hate Baron Corbin winning the Rumble, to be perfectly honest with you.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Bobby. Hey, Bobby, we were going over the Ric Flair's last match full card. And I don't know if you've seen this match or reacted to it yet, but I want to see on Ring Respect Radio in the near future you and Papa Smokes talking about Josh Alexander versus Jacob Fatu for the Impact World Championship. I think that would be a fun match for the two of you guys to go out there and chit-chat about on Ring Respect Radio.
Scott Steiner, by the way, totally looks like the lead singer of Pearl Jam in this.
Yeah.
Come on.
A little bit.
One guy I would love to see from NXT in the Rumble, Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
If you could start the men's match with Ilya versus Gunther, I'm sold.
Braun Breaker, Bobby Petito comes in with Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, Cora Jade, and Kiana James would be great. Yeah, I think Kiana James would be fine in there. Cora and Braun are obvious. Trick Williams would definitely get a pop. I'd love to hear 90,000 strong in Florida chanting "Whoop that trick." Dijak would be fun. I like Dijak. Local boy for those. Local boy to me, at least. He actually helped out with the softball team not more than 5 minutes down the road from my actual house where I'm currently residing. He worked at the high school down the street. So, as we see AJ and Scott Steiner going for the North American Championship in a TLC match.
I mean, I'd like to see Joe Gacy in there too. I think Joe Gacy could be interesting.
Yeah. Bobby Munson, not Bobby Bushido this time. So I've been out of town since Tuesday morning. I went to a community one on day one where there was a murder the previous night, a community today where the sign had been shot out by a shotgun, and now I'm staying in a city full of hard drugs, homelessness, and violence. Well, you've had a fun week.
But how's the McDonald's over there?
Bobby, stay safe. We love you. I don't want to host Busting Out every week with Perish, so please make sure you come back.
It'd be fun.
It would be great. But at the same time, I'd really appreciate it if Bobby Munson could come back and make sure that he can host it.
It's all right. I do the buttons. You're fine.
Bobby says, my new job is interesting. McDonald's is good, though.
See? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm hating it.
In a city full of hard drugs, homelessness, and violence is better with a Happy Meal.
All right, well, he's back home tomorrow evening. Bobby, are you guys not doing Ring of Radio this week?
No, he's back home
tomorrow evening.
He'll be back home.
He's going to be ready to do a show.
He'll be
on a trip.
Yeah.
Oh, one rung, 2 rungs. Oh no, AJ's trying to force him down. Oh, Scott Steiner trying to get the advantage though. Oh, AJ. Oh, AJ knocks him down. Here we go. AJ's now up there. 3, 4. Is AJ going to win? AJ retains. And still. Hashtag and still.
That was such a short match.
The TLC matches are always great for being a little short. And
that's why I did pick it. No.
Bobby says, yes, I'll be home tomorrow before Ring Respect Radio. And he also says that he is in the Saskatchewan equivalent of Sault Ste. Marie, known as Prince Albert. Does it have a piercing?
No, but I believe it does have a train.
Does it have an A train? Is it a bearded, harried backed man pretending to be a Japanese man?
It's a tense guy. All right, tense guy.
All right. What does Rob have up on its sleeve?
Well, first off, what match would you want to watch?
We'll give it our 15-minute time limit, but I want to go ahead and watch Gunther versus Bruno in a backstage brawl.
I can't see that be that long, so she said. So, all right. So for the U.S. title, in the last man standing match, we got Joe Gacy going up against a rated R superstar Edge.
Adam Cole.
How's that? How's that?
That was pretty good. Not bad.
All right.
Edge gets the win. Legendary.
Yeah. It's because on this day he sees clearly. We got Taker. Just doing what Taker does. Gives me 7,500. Taker? Oh yeah, dead man. He's a Pisces, just like me. We're good.
Did you see the fun video of Taker rolling around today on the internet? Taker did a meet and greet, and it was this little kid dressed like an Undertaker, and he goes up to like Undertaker's kneecap, and Taker's so old and beaten down that he can't get down to the kid's level, so they just take the picture with like the kid at like Undertaker's like knee or like pelvis, and Undertaker's just standing there full straight.
Weirdly enough, I didn't see that, but I did see somebody dressed up as Kane going to do one with Kane. So it's kind of weird that you said that because that's what I did see today.
Nice submission
Anyway,
between Ciampa and Gargano and Rhodes.
Yeah.
3.5 stars, not bad. It's better than the 1 and 2 star matches they were doing. 10,000 fans or $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play this match before I forget
We
it.
can't simulate it. We can't. We'll have to simulate it. All right, we'll do Extreme Rules.
I could play match.
No, we're not going to play it because then that means we have to actually physically play the match.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. So we're gonna simulate that.
We'll just do the next match. 3.5 stars.
All right. So we're gonna do the WWE Championship match. So we're gonna spectate the Extreme Rules between Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Giovanni Vinci, the WWE. That I did not put apparently.
So Bobby Munson says it is more like the equal to look to what the feeling of getting a Prince Albert would feel like. If you know, you know.
I don't know. Can you tell me?
Yeah, Bobby. I have not had the displeasure of doing that. Would you care to explain in more detail to our audience how getting a Prince Albert feels? As I'm sure you might apparently have firsthand knowledge.
Yes, Bobby. Please let us know how Prince Albert is this time of year.
And is Prince Albert in a can? I believe that's the old joke, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's in can. Duh. I mean, duh. You could have a lot of fun with Canadian city names, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
We got some interesting ones.
Bobby said, Mike the ref says, I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. Prince Albert can't be that violent. And are the three families there fighting there again? Sounds like a serious question.
I mean,
as an American, I have no idea if this is a joke or seriousness, so I'm going to assume it's a serious question until told otherwise.
It's totally not a serious question.
Okay. I don't know.
But the answer is yes. They're always fighting.
Are they like the Funks and the Von Erichs?
They're more like the Hearts with each other. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense, actually. And I'll just say, if you know, you know.
The Rock is beating down Giovanni Vinci with that baseball bat. Saskatchewan, 3 million people, maybe 5 last names. So I'm getting the feeling that Alabama and Saskatchewan have a lot in common. Is that what I'm getting?
Probably more than you think. I'm going to assume. Let's go.
Mike is chanting "Let's go, Rocky," as opposed to chanting "Die, Rocky, die." Perish, what are your thoughts on Little Rock being canceled, or whatever the name of the hell that Rock show was that he had?
Oh, I thought we were talking about the city in Arkansas. I'm like, what?
No.
What did I miss here?
No, the Rock's TV show that got canceled.
Where was it on again?
NBC.
I mean, I could see Netflix probably picking it back up if they really wanted it.
Oh, Vinci's got the baseball bat. Oh, but the Rock gets to him first.
Even in the game, Rock just looks totally like bigger than Vinci, and Vinci is not a small dude.
No, he's not. Bobby Petito coming in saying Roxanne Perez is not ranked number 15 on the PWI Women's 250. It is indeed.
Also, I got to shout out Corey Graves. You on your last After the Bell messed up because he mentioned that Roxanne Perez had yet to win a world title, even though she was NXT World Champion.
But is the NXT title considered a world championship?
Yeah, because I think it's still. I mean, I would say so. It's
like they don't call it a world championship; they just call it the NXT championship.
No, but Corey Graves did say the NXT or a world championship in NXT, and it's like, well,
okay,
technically she did.
She
become
did
NXT Women's Champion, so
she dethroned the forever champion Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Chris Best jumping in. Young Rock wasn't a bad show the last season. I just got put into a really crappy time slot. Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's kind of a death slot. You got to have a real good show if you're going to put it on there. 8 p.m. on a Friday night. What do you think the numbers are going to be for SmackDown next year? They're doing about 2 million now. What do you think? They're going to drop to about 1.6, 1.8?
I think at the beginning they'll be okay. They'll be pretty much either closer to the 2, if not maybe slightly over. But I do think on average you're probably looking at 165 to 175.
And I think that's not necessarily that the product's going to be better or worse. As it is, it's just network television is so much more accessible. And there we go. Just like that. The Rock dispatches of Giovanni Vinci to retain the World Championship in a 4-star match.
To be fair, I think I forgot to add the title in the match.
Uh-oh.
But it's okay.
You did not add the title to the match.
But my curve is still perfect so far. Which means I think this is almost 4 shows in a row with the perfect curve. If I can do this.
There you go.
Becky Lynch. Boom.
Let's see if Zelina Vega asking for the main event worked out for you.
I mean, I hope. I mean, can't beat that.
Sorry, just responding to a text. Yeah, and there we go. Now this is Eric Bischoff's WCW WrestleMania. So we all open with a 5-star match. I then had a 5 where everybody else had a 3.5 and a 3. All right. I think I did all right. We all close with 5s. We open with 5s. We close with 5s. And everything except this Falls Count Anywhere match between Tiffany and Nikita. Everything I did completed, as probably did you. Yep, everything completed on your side.
Mm-hmm.
And everything completed on his side. So what do we think before we start seeing the numbers?
I think you won.
Yeah.
I think I just fell short. I think the gap was a little too large.
Yeah.
But I think it's within 15,000.
All right. Well, here we go. 362,000 fans for me. I only made $13,000 because I had to spend so much money. But you know what? Yeah. WrestleMania didn't make a lot of money, but it brought in a lot of fans.
Yeah, it's Mania. It really just does. The name does what it does.
Chris Perish brings in 303,000 fans and brings in $88,000. Not bad. Very good. And Eric Bischoff, 228,000. Chris Perish may have come in second place. Double cost.
I did come in second. And
here we go. IRC to free crew booking. And here we are. Oh, nope. Just short. Under 200 fans short of coming in second.
Not even.
No, it's
100.
Over 100.
It's 121.
121 fans between second and third place.
Did I not call that though? Like I was wrong with like that amount, but I said I was just going to be just short.
Oh, you can't get much shorter.
Hey,
here come the Slammy Awards. Most triple threats and fatal four ways. The Brawler Ed Fries. Ol'Ed.
That's a random award.
Most power cards. Just strategist.
Wait. Yeah. Let's get that one there. The strategist. I like that.
And the Legacy. Most legends hired in a season.
I mean that sounds accurate, actually.
Yeah,
that actually sounds accurate.
So we had the best match card quality for the season was where a single show was me with 112 out of 120. Highest average card quality was me with 85 out of 120. Although Perish did have the highest total profits in a single show with $413,733.
I mean, it is what it is.
The most rivalries completed was NXT. The most new fans at a single show was my WrestleMania show. The championship is gone.
Yeah, but in due time, I will show people what has been done with this title.
All right. And then highest average quality during premium live events, NXT averaged 102 out of 120. Not bad.
I'm gonna show you, Ed, on our Slack chat.
Oh, okay.
I may have recreated a photo.
Oh no. That's great. I'm just glad it's that photo and not a different photo. You'll all know when you see it later on.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to amazing, how is that?
Beyond amazing. Perfection. My average match quality was 3.44. Total revenue, $12 million. Total fans, 466. Perish with a total revenue of 11 million. Average match quality of 2.92.
How much was your revenue?
12.2.
Okay.
So I made about $500,000 more than you.
Yeah.
And then Bischoff 12.28. 29.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I probably spent more money than a lot of people because I just went off.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
This gentleman in the middle, most popularity gained for WCW. How did he gain 112 popularity?
I mean, he had to start from 0.
Yeah, but how did he? Most weeks spent injured. 1 week for Carolina Reaper for me. 5 weeks for Rhea Ripley for Perish.
I kind of can you just go back to mine for a second? I do wanted to see something.
No.
Okay, so Austin Theory, actually, I did not use him. Like, I used him a lot, but not in anything major. And he ended up doing a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. 16 matches out of 25 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we continue, we're going to leave it here for the moment. Bobby Petito asks the big question. Will we do a season 3? You goddamn right we will.
Yeah.
We're going to play this out to its conclusion till somebody gets to the Hall of Fame.
Are we going to do our keepers today?
Yep, we're going to do that right now. We're going to do the keepers, and I think we're going to do the draft because I don't think there's a place for me to get out of this until we get to the new season.
There you go.
So we're going to try to make this quick because I do have a couple things to do here before I head off. But
we have 3.250 million, so 3.25 million to play around with. And you are keeping Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and AJ Styles.
Ooh,
now,
you get to
I
keep
am to
5.
say.
Now remember, This is taking money away from your draft. So
I know.
whoever you keep.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know.
Oh, I know.
I'll be back in just a moment. Give me one moment, all right?
Mm-hmm. I am disabled. Jerk move. Thank you. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Is that not a good keeper? Just a little over $500,000 on 5 people. I think that's pretty solid. Chris Best is saying, Chris Best, given who I kept as my last pick, do you want to change the spelling of that before I put it up? Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep that as what I have. So, give everybody kind of a little bit of analysis of what is happening here. Bobby, liking it. Thank you. Appreciate that. NXT keeps Charlotte Flair, who happens to be both one half of the NXT tag team and the women's champion, Bayley, and the North American champion, AJ Styles. WCW keeps its champion, Jinder Mahal. Rick Boogs. Well, it's good that WCW keeps Rick Boogs. Brute Force with a nice stamina level, I must say. And then Commander Aziz. Whereas Monday Night Raw, we keep the WWE champion, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with a perfect stamina level. Seth freaking Rollins, Rhea Ripley, Ilya Dragunov, also with a perfect stamina level, and L.A. Knight. Yeah. I'm going to just say this. Look at my stamina levels compared to anybody else. Bobby's saying Rhea Ripley ranked number 1 on the PWI Women's 250. I'm going to just point this out, or I'm not even point this out. I'll just say this. Is there anyone in the world of pro wrestling that could even argue that top spot ahead of Rhea Ripley? I'm saying,
So here's the thing about that, I'll go to bat for some of them. While Rhea Ripley has undoubtedly been the top woman in WWE, she hasn't wrestled a ton lately, but she's being part of the main event storyline. The only people who could possibly have taken her over would be some of the Stardom women. Julia, who's become a worldwide sensation and wrestled a ton of fantastic matches this year, who's been in a prominent spot for Stardom this year, could have, I think, she was the number 2. And I think if anybody was going to take out Rhea Ripley for number 1, I think it would have been Julia.
Yeah. I still think the gap between 1 and 2 is quite large, though.
WCW, Perish has taken The Rock, Seth Rollins.
I spent $500,000, by the way.
Did you really?
Yeah.
WCW has
with that list, 501,000.
Wow. 100 popularity people, including the brute force, the jobber, our local enhancement talent, brute force.
That's probably why he's making so much money. That has to be why.
All right, so here we go. The draft has started, and Eric Bischoff has taken Randy Orton. Raw is on the clock. And Raw took Nikita Lyons. Of course they did.
Mm-hmm. Nikita Lyons versus Rhea Ripley has to be a thing. Good pick. Very underrated pick.
Yeah.
I am just... mm-hmm.
Becky Lynch goes back to Raw.
The husband told me so. You're so wanting to do it.
Gunther's coming to NXT. You gonna make the tag team? Or have them feud? Ashley Bizarro popping in saying, looking forward to discussing the PWI on Ladies Wrestling Showcase. Yeah. You and Mel, it's going to make for an interesting discussion as you, between the two of you, have seen most of those women have fantastic matches this year.
You took my Gunther.
I did.
So, what I need to do now is I don't know what I'm going to do. Actually,
WCW takes Bianca Belair and Gigi Dolan.
you know, I think Bischoff is finally realizing he needs some women on his show.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Busito coming in and saying Becky Lynch should have been ranked higher than Ronda Rousey. I would agree.
Who is that? Sorry.
All good.
Nah, I just answered my own question there.
Did you forget what Alexa Bliss looked like?
No. God, no. Yeah.
So, heel, babyface.
There's a big part of me that kind of just wants to, like, just only do girls. Like, that'd be awesome.
The game actually punishes you for doing it.
Oh, really?
because the game in its algorithm wants variety, so it wants tag matches, singles matches, things like that. It actually punishes you if you don't have a balance between men and women's matches as well.
That's fair. That's fair.
My money is quickly dwindling.
Yeah.
That's the hard part about these seasons that keep going. Like, the further on you get in these seasons, the harder it is to do, because they slowly take more and more of your pocketbook from season to season as the seasons go on. Well, good job. You managed to get, I believe you took Trick as well, didn't you?
I did.
There you go. You got the Trick Mellow Gang for at least right now.
Not bad. I think Trick and Carmelo versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn could be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun to be had there. You still got Bray Wyatt out there for that Uncle Howdy pick that you made.
I know. I do have money. You know what?
I'm not saying you need to do it. I'm just saying you picked Uncle Howdy. I was assuming that
No.
I was going to come with him.
Trust me. I made that choice.
Are you going to put her on your show?
All right. That's interesting.
Bobbles Lashley. Oh, Eric Bischoff is done. Draft complete. Mr. Perish. $1 million left to spend.
$1 million.
You needed some fighters to go with those bruisers, by the way, buddy.
I know. No, I got actually. It's right there. No. Oh, yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Hold on. Oh.
Damian Priest. back to you since WCW is done. $749,000 left in your budget. $525,000 left. I think you backed out. I don't think you finished it. No, yeah, you backed out. Hold on, I'll take care of it.
Oh, no.
It's saved, don't worry. You want to end your draft? Is that what you were trying to do?
No, I think my controller froze.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Perish.
Huh. I blame Steam.
All right, you wanted who?
I have it. Rock.
Okay.
Ilya, Seth, Rhea, and Elliot.
All right, let's redraft. WCW is now taking Logan Paul, number 1. All those beautiful rosters that we had perfectly cultivated are gone. Shayna Baszler. Tiffany Stratton. You don't have to take the exact same draft that you just did.
No, I know.
Because I don't think the draft pool is the same, so.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, Nathan Frazier did and Trick Williams both had main event matches this week. I'll be excited to see how well those matches went over once I get to see the match.
So just so you know, you messed up.
Why?
Because you picked Gunther for me.
Oh, shit.
Do we have to do this again?
No, it's fine. You get to keep Gunther.
Didn't want Gunther.
You apparently kicked Kit Wilson for me.
I did, because I wanted... This is funny. This is really
what happens
fun.
when we do a 2.5-hour stream.
Yeah.
It would have been fine had you not screwed up.
Hey, I blame Steam because my controller. It's weird. Me. It's me.
Oh, okay.
It's me. It's gotta be me. Oh, I'm so happy to have some of the guys too.
Well, I mean, the only difference is that I have Kit Wilson and you have Gunther. Oh, you mean on the draft that we did that we don't have anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had Trick, I had Carmelo, I had KO and Sammy. I was actually looking forward to that one.
The funny thing is, this would be very easily fixable if WWE would give us the trade function, because we could have just kept picking as if we had the two people that we meant to pick, and just in week one traded them. Hopefully, it'll be in 2K24.
Wait, did I see some? Hold on. No, I didn't. Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, I just learned something.
What?
I had no idea what the stars meant.
Oh, that's their star power.
Yeah, did not know that. You kept Bailey. Okay. No, because I took Dakota and I took Io the last one. I was like, oh yeah, you took nobody Mina than Tamina.
Well, it's also good to have that giant on your roster for the females.
Now, what is my man? Can I see who I have again?
Mm-hmm. Right stick.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one, yeah. Okay. Oh, just up and down. Okay.
Yeah, just up and down.
Yeah.
Chris Best jumping in. I want to see tag team promos in 2K24. Absolutely. Or the ability to form stables. Absolutely. I would love to see some of those universe mode things come into GM mode. I think that would be fun. Having the ability to make a number one contenders match, I think would be fun too, as a specialty match.
I know Carl would love that pick.
Yes, Carl would absolutely approve of Liv Morgan on my roster. All right, Let me press the button. All right, Raw. All right.
No.
Well, thank you, Bobby. We greatly appreciate you enjoy watching us every week. We enjoy doing it on a weekly basis. It is a bit of fun for us. All right, when you're done, let me know and I'll hit the button.
Yeah, I see. I see the button,
Okay.
but
I'm gonna have to do some work next season to get this roster in the place that I want it. We both had a much better roster the first draft than we did the second one.
I'm not going to disagree.
$450,000. And there we go. Season 3 rosters have been drafted. All kinds of good stuff in there.
I got the biggest roster.
You do indeed have the biggest roster.
And I actually saved a good chunk of money still, too.
Yeah. Oh, Bailey's not happy about losing her championship, and as the former champion, she wants a rematch against Flair. I think I kept Flair. We're going to say okay.
You did. Wasn't she one of your keepers?
I think so. Yeah, she's there. Okay. And there we go. Season 3 is ready to be started. But Chris Perish, where can the good people find you the rest of this week?
Well, on the social media side of things, I mean, we will just have that up in just 1 second.
Buttons are
there it is. No, I have a lot of things open. But yeah, you can follow me on all those social medias that you see right on the right-hand side under Perish. Hopefully you read properly, unlike me at times. But in terms of shows, you can see me this Sunday at about 12:15 p.m. Eastern with Busting Out, as Bobby and I are back. The Brunch Busters are back, and we're coming back with another edition of Busting Out. So come check us out. Let's enjoy some Sundays in special while we go off the rails, because that's how we do it.
Are we going to expect that award show coming up anytime soon?
We will have more information coming up. It definitely got pushed back. I will take the blame on that. No. But like, had I not needed some time away, we would have had done it. So I apologize to all the viewers. Hoping for that, but we will do it. As we are nearing the 1 year anniversary of our local establishment, probably look for something then near the end.
We already did. It was October 1st, early October.
Actually,
we debuted in October last year.
I know, but it was closer to the 20th.
It might have been.
The Paramindful.
Anyway.
Yeah, the Paramindful was the first show on the 24th.
There you go. You can go ahead and find me on the X at EdFries12584. You can find all of my gaming and simulcasted content on twitch.tv/EdFries2002. This Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain Time, you can go ahead and catch me and Andre talking all things Loki as we go Marvel talking this Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then next Tuesday, Halloween Havoc Night 1, Ladies Night, me and Astrid are going to be going ahead and talking all things Halloween Havoc Night 1. And then next Wednesday, me and Perish are back here again one more time as we start duking it out for Season 3. I've been a champion once. Perish has been a champion once. Let's find out who wins Season 3. And with that, we're going to go ahead and let you guys all go. So have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.